Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Homestaging Talk Show Live. I'm Jenny Norris, your host, and this show is brought to you by the International Association of Homestaging Professionals, of which I'm the chairwoman. And our show today is being recorded and uploaded to different platforms. Those of you that have been following me on Facebook and so forth, hopefully you're aware that somebody misreported, sabotaged my profile. It's very suspect. But I have not been able to get myself unsuspended, so I'm working on that. And so until that happens, Facebook, I can't post, comment, like, heart, emote, anything on anybody's profile. So if you're wondering why I'm not engaging on your post, this is why, because Facebook is lame. And their solution is to verify my profile, which they send me a code to go to my phone, which it goes to the phone. And then there's never a place for me to put it on Facebook to have the code approved. So it's this endless cycle of errors on their side and extremely frustrating for me. And because I love Facebook, I engage with all my colleagues and friends on there. It has been interesting to say the least, and very, as I said, very suspicious, the timing of all of that. But that said, there's other platforms to utilize, and I will be posting this on YouTube, LinkedIn, and also on Instagram. And we'll share in my story the link where you guys can all find it. So as always, I like to start off with some announcements. And of course, our conference is coming up in New Orleans, and it's called The Greatest Show. So those of you that haven't seen The Greatest Showman movie, you need to watch it before you come to conference, because we've taken that theme, and we always, at least in my company, we talk about going to the show as far as staging, and we're showcasing our work, and it's very visual. But beyond that, the theme of the movie is the idea of coming from nothing and becoming very successful. And it's a true story about P.T. Barnum, and becoming very successful. And then in the course of things, suffers losses, and then has a decision to make. And so very similar to how we build our businesses, we have, some of us come from, in the beginning, we don't have a lot of resources to get started, and you build a company, and sometimes you're winging it. You really don't know what you're doing. And then you might have some setbacks, but having that vision and the intention of, I'm going to succeed because this is something I really love to do. That's what's really important. And so there are messages woven throughout the movie that we're going to be utilizing for the conference. One of them, for example, is the notion of telling your story, your journey. And there's a song from the movie called "This Is Me." Great song, and all the songs are originals. And so what's cool about that song is it's, not hiding who you are, not trying to be like everybody else, and embracing your individuality and your uniqueness to be able to impact other people. And so, and to be able to do what you love. And in this case, the person's, the movie, if you know circus and so forth, it was, the misfits, the rejects, the people that, the people that the public thought was weird. These are the ones that are in the movie and are featured because they are unique and they are different, and they become celebrated for who they are, not trying to be like everybody else. And so we want to do that too within our industry. We don't want people trying to copy somebody else or be somebody else because that person's already taken. And so, but being able to hear success journeys is really important. And so right now we are doing our call for speakers. You can go to homestagingspeakers.com, not .com, homestagingspeakers.com. And you can submit to be a speaker at the conference. And so we're looking for specific topics. We're looking for specific background and credentials and expertise and so forth. Not everybody who submits is going to be selected. And I just like to preface that by putting that out there. We just don't have the time to bring everybody in. So we will be selecting people based on topics that we're interested in. And so, and if you can craft your topic theme around something from The Greatest Showman, that's even better. So kind of use that as your theme. The instructions for submitting have all of that information in there. So you'll be able to access the form, and it explains what we're looking for, and get that in. So October 1st is the deadline. You can submit now. You don't have to wait till October 1st, but on or before October 1st. And we already have 3 speakers, 4 actually, if you count me, but 3 speakers that we've asked to speak at the conference. So the first one, Nikki Watson here. I've had her on the show. You probably know her from being on social media and so forth. She's got a large staging company out of Dallas. She just branched into Atlanta. She's on HGTV's new show, Buy It or Build It, as their stager. And so just bringing a lot of really great exposure to the industry. She also started a company to help people who are looking for a fresh start, to be able to learn some skills. So she really has a heart for serving other people. And I'm really pleased that she agreed to speak at our conference. And of course, her topic will be amazing. She probably has 100 houses staged at any given time. So she's very productive and does a lot of things. So, she's not going to take any excuses from people saying, I don't have time to do things. She has a family, just moved into her dream home, and just a humble person. And I really value what she can bring to the table for our attendees. And I think you're really going to love what she has to share. So really excited to have her speaking so far. And then our next confirmed speaker, just trying to find that little promos here, is, let's see, where is Elaine's picture here? Where did it go? Well, let me put Johnny in here. So Johnny Fowler, and we had it last year. He's going to be a marketing keynote speaker again. The information he shares is so valuable, and you can't have the attitude like, well, I've already seen that guy speak, I don't want to see it again. First of all, you can always learn something from somebody. It doesn't matter if you've seen him speak before. It's not like he's telling the same information. But really importantly is that the industry continues to evolve as far as how we use social media and, how to get exposure on the platforms. Now, if I was 100% reliant on Facebook for business, I would be totally screwed right now because I'm not on there. They blocked me. My 4,000 plus connections, that profile was suspended wrongly. It was completely false. Didn't even have a chance to defend myself. So I was like erased. You can't find that profile until we get this resolved. So I have a second profile I created with much fewer people. And a lot of you thought that it was a hacker, but it really is me trying to connect with people in case that first one never does get recovered. So, it's important to be on other platforms. So he talks about Facebook, but he also talks about Instagram, and who might touch on LinkedIn and these other platforms that we need to be on for exposure. And he's just so knowledgeable. So he'll be sharing this year at our conference in the marketing category as a keynote. And then the last speaker we have, and I'm looking for her promo here, I just passed it. It's right here. So I met Elaine when I went to Portugal to the iHosp Europe conference, and I can encourage all of you to please plan to go to that. I mean, first of all, you get to travel, and it's a write-off because it's an educational thing for staging, and then you can travel around, but you meet so many really cool people. And I just, the Europeans in general, some of the newer emerging countries are they just look up to the people in the US and, North America, Canada, US, the stagers, in awe, because a lot of us have had businesses for a very long time. And, they really respect what you have done with your business. And so being able to go over there, it's, they really are enthralled by what stagers here have done and how they can accomplish the same thing. So I met Elaine. Elaine is from the UK. She's from England, and she's got a very big business called Lemon Lime Interiors, and she's about 3 or 4 hours out of London. Beyond that, she's written a book on sell high, and I forget what the other piece of the title is. I'm sorry, Elaine. I'm going to have her on the show, but she's written a book, but her background is mathematics, believe it or not. And so she very much is into tracking data and statistics. That's one of her fortes, and the importance of why that's important for us to be doing that for our businesses and for the industry as a whole. Because when it comes to proving that staging works, the proof is in the data. And if you're not tracking your statistics and you don't know how quickly your properties are selling and for how much more and the impact and so forth, then you're sort of dead in the water, and you cannot use that as a marketing tool to educate your clients on what you're able to do. Someone else who's really, really great at this is Kevin Tain. He knows his numbers, and he knows the value that he brings to the table as a stager in the industry. And so Elaine has a statistical process and things to be able to share with people how to track that. And then she also runs Stage Flow, which is sort of it does almost everything you need for your business, from the time that the client calls in to the proposals generation, the payments, the warehousing, the tracking of items and so forth. And so she'll be sharing about that at the conference. Just a really all around great person. We had the privilege of spending some time with her and her husband, Rob, and then her business person, Kirsty, who works with her, and her husband, Freddie. So they'll all be coming from the UK to share at our conference. So really, really honored to have them agreeing to come in person. And you're going to love her. I just know you will. So far, those are 3 speakers. I will be sharing as well, but I don't need to put my plug up there. I facilitate the conference along with the other leaders in the association. And will be speaking on a topic that will be, educational, inspirational, etc. And then as we announce other speakers, they'll have their promos that they can send out, which will be really fun. So don't wait to get your ticket to the conference. Don't wait to register. We do have a room block at the Sheraton that will sell out as it does every year. So do not wait to reserve your hotel room. You don't have to wait to do that. You can always cancel it if something happens, but don't wait to book a room to the last second. And if you're interested in room sharing, maybe finding a new friend, we have a Facebook group that we'll be putting out on our iHospCon Expo Facebook page. So if you're looking for somebody, you can post that. Now, I can't respond to you personally right now, but I can message you, or you can message me privately. I can also do stories. So that's interesting that Facebook didn't cut that off. So I can post stories. I've been trying to communicate with people through there. But we can also try to find you a roomie so you can share the costs and so forth. All right, so that's going to be very exciting. So the conference, again, February 24th, 25th, and 26th in New Orleans. And on the 26th, we're going to have our gala awards dinner. Some of you have been asking me, when are the awards going to be released so people can start submitting? Well, that won't be until about November for this event. And that's for the awards for like best vacant, luxury, best vacant, regular, occupied home staging, small square footage, top team, etc. Those individual and group awards will be given out at the conference on Sunday night at our Masquerade Mardi Gras Gala and Awards dinner. So it's a really nice dinner. Costumes are encouraged. You can dress up, have some fun, and then the winners will be announced at the conference and trophies and stuff given or awards. So that again will not happen until probably November, that you'll be able to start submitting for that. Right now, what we have going on are the best of home staging, and that is recognition. So I do want to hide this. Oops. So Best of Home Staging, not to be confused with the IHOSP Staging Industry Awards. Best of Home Staging is recognition within our industry for people who are top in for certain categories. And so we've identified 3 categories. We want to recognize the best of the best in the industry. And so you're best of the best as far as your staging excellence quality. You're an industry leader. And by an industry leader, it's not you run a company and you're leading your team. No, you've served in the industry. An industry leader is somebody who actually serves the industry as a leader in an association. You could be a chapter member on a board or a leader there. You could be a coach. You could be a mentor. You could be an educator. Somebody who's giving back of your time in order to help advance the industry. That's an industry leader. And so those people are the ones that are recognized. So you can nominate. And then also client care excellence, basically how well you take care of your clients, their testimonials and so forth, that you really are somebody that has a heart for the industry and for the people that you serve. So those 3 categories, you could be nominated in 1, 2, or all 3. And you can self-nominate, but it's really great when someone else nominates you. They always put in some really wonderful stories and so forth as far as why you're deserving. And so those are happening right now. We have another 3 weeks, and then the nominations will close August 30th, and there will be no late submissions accepted. So, we're all adults. Listen and follow the dates. August 30th, the cutoff will happen on that date. And then I will compile everything and be letting people know who is recognized officially as the best of home staging. So don't wait to get that in. Go to bestofhomestaging.com. Bestofhomestaging.com is right at the bottom of the graphic there. And there's a form you submit. You'll need a headshot of the person that you're nominating. And then you'll have to show examples, for example, of their staging excellence. You're going to need some examples of their work. Industry leadership is basically why you think that they deserve to be recognized in that category. And the same thing for client care excellence. It would be testimonials or how they care for their client. So the only category you actually have to upload files to or links is the staging excellence. So we can actually evaluate the staging quality, make sure that they are deserving in that category. So let's see, what else is coming up here? Well, I'm going to give a plug for Advanced Stager Training. So this is going to be February 27th and 28th. Okay, so 2 days following the conference. So the conference is the 24th, starts at 5 p.m. We have our kickoff expo, music, dancing, photo booths. It's a lot of fun. We have food, cash bars. So it's sort of a celebration opening of the event. And we do have, you'll be able to eat. It's not like a full-on sit-down meal, but you'll have food there so that you'll, stay in the room and meet all of our vendors who are going to be displaying. and coming to meet all of you. And you can actually shop. And anyway, so that's the kickoff. And then the education is Saturday, Sunday. Monday and Tuesday following the conference, we do the advanced stager training. This is for stagers who are 6-figure and above, to delve into specific issues that companies that are at that level and above face, that maybe newer people haven't gotten there yet. And so it's not a space is limited, so there'll be a limited number of people that can attend this, because you really want to delve into your particular concerns and issues that you're having, and you direct the conversation. So the attendees are the ones that tell us where they would like the focus to be, and then the different people who are sharing. So we'll have some of the keynote sharing, some of the other speakers will come and they'll talk either specifically more in depth on their particular topic or in something completely different. But because they are, they have a business, they're where you want to be. That's a great way to learn, is to learn from somebody who has a business and is where you want to be. How did they get there? And you're able to ask questions very specifically in the advanced stager training. So again, that's the 2 days following the conference. We do have a room block for that number of rooms. And so don't wait again to get your reservations in so that they don't sell out. The coaching program we have with June Carter, that is resuming. I do have a little graphic somewhere. Where did I see June's face? So June does an awesome job with coaching our stagers in the industry for IHOSP. And so she has some new sessions starting in I think it starts in the fall, summer session starting soon. So you can reach out to her, june.carter@ihosp.com. Okay. And so 3 55-minute sessions are only $300. It's a 50% savings. And then she's going to get some additional coaching going towards the end of the year for some goal setting and so forth for 2023, which I can't believe, 2023. So reach out to her. The coaching, she does a great job. She's a certified coach. She's like certified 3 or 4 different types of coaching certifications. So she's very qualified. And it's not the same as mentoring. So back when I was considered the ASP business coach, I was really more mentoring. I would give people a list of things that they needed to do in order to get the results they wanted for marketing and leads and so forth. And that's more of mentoring. Coaching, June, it takes more of a holistic approach to coaching, where she takes a look at your business, but also your life and what your personal goals are overall and how all of this fits together, so that you come up with a plan and goals and so forth that are in line with your overall picture as far as what you want in your life. So June Carter, check out the IHOSP coaching program. You can learn more on our site. Amy Powers is teaching a course August 25th. So it's the short-term rental specialist designation, STRS, and this is updated. So she taught this live a year or so ago with the introduction to the industry. The first time the course was taught. So short-term rental, it's going to be design class, live webinar. You will earn your STRS. And if you're a repeat STRS, you can sign up for a repeat session. You'll pay less than somebody who's taking it for the first time. But, in the last year or so that since she taught that first time, she's been really building a really great short-term rental business. She's come up with some new products and so forth, like short-term rental in a box. So she's really latched onto this market niche and made it her own, and then is sharing what she knows is working with all of us, which I think is really cool. So you can attend it live. It will be recorded, and then we'll be offering the recorded webinar updated version for sale on the IHOSP site. So that's August 25th. It's Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. It's going to be 3.5 hours, and there's more handouts and more information that she's included. This is almost double the length of her last webinar. So don't miss out on that. If that's a market niche that you're in right now, you want to learn more, or you want to learn how to get into that, definitely plan on attending. There's one price for IHOSP members, one for non-IHOSP. And, Amy has a certain dollar amount she wants to earn for her expertise and her time. And I fully support that. Any educator, free. There's zero value in free. Stop giving stuff away for free. Your time and your expertise are worth money. And people that are in the industry, stop expecting to get stuff for free. That's so annoying. It's, there's a lot of free information out there, but there's no value in free. And so when you are asking people to give you stuff for free, or you get irritated because you have to pay to take a course or something, well, you know what? There's no rule that says people should just be giving all of their knowledge away for free. It's worth value, and it's helping you to be more successful. When somebody pulls a class together, yeah, you could probably go out and figure out all the information on your own. How many hours would that take you? What is your time worth? How much of a distraction would that be? At what point will you give up because you can't get all the information together versus paying, which is a nominal amount to me. I think it's $325 for the course for IHOS members, having it all together, having handouts given to you, and having somebody that you can actually talk to if you have challenges or whatever, sort of like a mentor. That's worth a lot of money because your short-term rental business is going to bring you a lot of money. Your staging business can bring you a lot of money. So pay for a course to get educated so you know how to price your services, what you're worth, the process, and so forth, and stop expecting to get everything for free. And for the love of God, please, educators, and I know I'm on a mission here, stop giving things away for free. Get rid of that word. Complimentary. It's a complimentary webinar. But stop thinking you have to give things away for free in order to justify the value you bring to the table. It's just, it needs to stop because our industry is never going to advance and be seen as legit. And people that actually want to educate, you're not going to make the kind of money that you want if you continue to think you have to give people things for free in order to get them to want to listen to you. I mean, that's just, it doesn't compute in my mind. So anyhow, this is also something that is new. This is our designation that we're going to be giving away at the conference, issuing, not giving away. People that have paid to attend the conference, you will receive your Pro Stager, certified Pro Stager annual continuing education designation. So Pro Stager is somebody who is up to date on the real estate market, what's happening, how that impacts our business, how we need to change and shift in order to serve our clients based on what's happening within the real estate market and the industry. And let me tell you, there's a lot of changes happening right now with interest rates and how things are selling and markets are being affected. Stagers should be expecting to get more calls because sellers need to do more to get ready, and realtors need to do more instead of just throwing a house on the market. Actually prepare it for sale, make yourself stand out, and it adds value to their process. So we need to understand the real estate industry. We also need to know what's trending for staging and as far as furniture, colors, and so forth. We want to be on top of that. And then business process and best practices, that will also be part of this CE. And so all of the recipients that come to the conference, you will earn this. It will be recorded. And then people who were not able to come to the conference will be able to earn their Pro Stager designation. And every year it will be something that will be renewed. Just like real estate agents have to have continuing education, there's no reason why stagers don't. And then people that have this credential, the public will know that they're the ones that are most on top of all the latest information that's going to help serve their clients even better. What we have to get away from is the people that are staging by throwing pillows on the floor, putting some plants on a counter, doing this awful vignette staging that went out about over a decade ago that stopped being done by the professionals. And so if we ever expect to be seen as a vital and viable part of the real estate industry and to be here forever, that's our goal, is to not disappear. We're a vital part of the industry. We have to up our standards. And as professional stagers, and there's a difference, a professional stager, you've educated yourself, you have staging insurance, you understand your value, you know how to price yourself properly, you understand how to interact with the various clients that you're dealing with. And it's not a hobby. It's not just because you love to decorate that you're in these properties. And that's where a lot of stagers start. We realize we're creative, and I love pulling houses together. Can I make money doing this? Okay, then you find decorating, you find staging, whatever niche it is, and then you get started, but you really don't have a firm foundation for long-term success, nor do you maybe fully understand the industry itself and the other industries that we are aligned with. And so that's the goal of the Pro Stager, is to elevate the level of business practices and also elevate the expectations in the marketplace, and also elevate the expectations of our clients, so they know that they need to be working with a professional, not just somebody that can bring some stuff into a house. It's like staging is so much more than that. So that's the goal of the designation. And again, it will be an annual continuing education, and IHOS was pleased to be able to bring this to our industry. We are, again, the only association that requires education to join, or the approved exception, which I approve. People that have established businesses and you're doing great work, if you never took a class of some sort that's on our list, you can just email me, and then we go through the approved exception area. So come to conference and you will earn that, which will be really cool. All right. And then this is coming up in Plymouth. I'm excited to be going to Plymouth in September. I'll be teaching the master's course with Scale, which is statement of procedures. It has all of the documents and processes and, how do you want your business to run, from pricing to hiring people to logistics to warehousing. All of this will be covered in the master's course. And if you want to get to the AST and you're not quite at six figures yet, you come to the master's course, you're going to be put on the right path in order to get to six figures by the time conference rolls around. So it's 4 intensive days. I'm pleased that Sandra Holmes and Blair Hamidi are coming, joining me in teaching this. And so they'll be guest instructors. And we had a nice little picture of the three of us from when we spoke at High Point together. Here we are. So Sandra is coming from Florida. Blair, of course, lives in Plymouth. We are teaching this at his one of his stores, his design centers. And that is called Setting the Space, the name of his company, Setting the Space. And so he has a design center in the top part where those windows are. And so we'll be up there as a class. And then, of course, we have to go through the amazing store to get there. So it's always like I have to put blinders on so I don't shop until we have a break. But it's such a phenomenal store. And then Plymouth itself is such a cute town. We walk to all the restaurants. That time of year, the weather should be really nice. It's just charming. And, it's a getaway. And those of you that are sitting and saying, well, I can't afford to leave my business, I can't possibly leave for a week, 5 business days in order to take a class, I'm going to say you can't afford not to. If that's your mindset, you're trapped in your business. Your business is running you. You're not running your business. If you want to learn how to run your business, work on it, not in it all the time, you come to this class because that's what scaling is all about. Scaling is not about going bigger and bigger and bigger. Scaling allows you to put processes in place so that you're not the only one, that if for some reason you get sick or you want to take a vacation, your business should not come to a screeching halt. You need to learn how to put those people in place and the processes in place so that you can go to a conference, you can go to an event, you can do different things and not feel like you're abandoning your clients. And furthermore, your education is important. Your education, I have a lifelong learners are lifelong earners. Lifelong learners are lifelong earners. Education matters. We should never stop learning because there's always something new to learn, whether it's part of our industry or just some other topic that you like. Keep your mind fresh. That keeps our brains active. And so you can't afford not to be at the conference because it's going to help advance your education. It's going to connect you with colleagues that are going to inspire you and hold you accountable and be establish friendships. It's going to allow you to get around other success-minded people. And who we are around, our success 5 years from now is largely dependent on the people you listen to, the books you read, and your the people that you surround yourself with. So you have to get around like-minded success people who are also focused on building successful businesses. So scaling your business, you need to put processes in place, or else if you don't change anything, nothing changes, right? If you don't change what you're doing, how you're doing it, it's never going to change. And if you have the mindset that you can't delegate because you have to have so much control that only you know how to stage the right way for your company, you're going to kill yourself. As your business grows, there will be a limit to your time and your energy. And the fact is, that's a fallacy. If you think you're the only one that can do it a certain way, that is a fallacy. Now, if you like being in the field, then as you scale your business, you have the roles of the back office, the admin, the business side, the answering the phones and so forth. That then you would get people in place that could support you in that area. So you can be in the field staging if that's really your passion. That's you love doing the creative side. But there's a point with all of us where we're growing, where we're maxed out and we have some decisions to make. So come to the master's course. You won't regret it. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of great information. And it's going to challenge you in a good way. So that again is September 20th to the 23rd in Plymouth. And I'm staying at the Holiday Inn Courtyard or something. That's the Marriott Court. Anyway, the Holiday Inn Express is there. I was going to stay at this other hotel, but they've gotten really bad reviews online. So the last time I stayed there, it was fine. But this time I'm just not going to stay there. So there's quite a few hotels in the area. You probably could even do like an Airbnb if you wanted to. So with that said, let's talk about marketing. So I'd started with my marketing book and we were going through that and I had it all ready to go. It's on Amazon. And then my profile was hacked or reported or whatever it was. And so I haven't been able to do my show in a while, but the Marketing Made Simple book is on Amazon. You can download it for Kindle. You can also order it as a paperback book. And inside of it is all the things I've been telling you to do in order to market your business. And so I started doing 2 things consistently And we went through the whole Google My Business. You need to set up your profile. And I'm going to see now if I can share my screen. And I'm going to do this correctly, hopefully. Chrome tab, window. Here we go. I'm going to share. So now I should be able to grab it here. It's going to show up somewhere where I can grab my page. So your Google Your Business, all of you have you're going to be found on Google, people search. So you have the opportunity to create a profile, a business profile, and it's free to do on Google. You do need to do it through your profile. You have to search for yourself. And so I'm going to go through here. So hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here as I'm manipulating my screen. Let me pull this one out here and kind of see. Okay, good. All right. So what I did is I searched for myself on Google, and then it says, it's going to ask if you're the profile owner. So my profile is already set up. So I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm going to create a post. And when you create a post, come on, it is slow. My connection is slow. Okay, good. It froze. Okay, so it's going to pull this window up. All right. So then you don't need the COVID-19. They should just get rid of that. But anyhow, you go to what's new, or you can post an event like if you're teaching a class or something. So here's what's new. And what you want to upload is a video or a photo. So you're going to click on here. You upload it from your phone. You can do this from your phone or your computer. And then you're going to write your content here. Okay. And you can expand this. You can kind of see what you're posting. When you post, it's the photo is important, the visual. The content here, you can say, hey, this is a house that we staged last week, already went under contract, or we love how it turned out. We love the colors you use, whatever you want to say. And then it's all about the hashtags, which I taught about in the past sessions. You can go watch those. And then you have an opportunity here to add a button. And the button is they can order online, they can buy, learn more, sign up, call now. Call now only shows up if you're doing it from your computer. This does not show up if you're doing it from your phone, the phone app. But you can do all these. So you say, learn more. I put my website in, I publish, and it shows up in Google feed. And the more you do this, the higher you're going to go in organic rankings on Google. So I'm going fast through this because I already taught all about this in 2 of the different shows ago. So if you miss those, you can go watch those shows and kind of catch up. So again, you need to Google your business on Google. You click on yourself as the business owner. You start creating your website and your profile. And here's my website here on Google My Business. And it's just taking a while to pull up. View site. Sorry. Okay, so here's Sensational Home Staging. So this is the profile on Google My Business. Now, somebody asked, why do you need to have, I already have another website. Why do I need this? Because it's a Google product and it's free. And when you are tied there and you link to your website, that's called backlinking, and it's going to give you more Google juice. So that's actually a good thing. Okay. So you post pictures. If I can say read more here, you can see, check out one of our recent staging projects. You can see all the hashtags. These are all the places that we serve. And so you just want to have the visuals put into your profile. And the key is consistency. So this is what the website looks like. It has all the posts and it has content. People can actually send me a quote request from here. They can look at services. So you can build it out quite nicely. So that's why you want to do it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close out of this. And now I'm going to use another window. I'm going to show you the other piece, which I wasn't able to do before. Screen. So the other piece of it is actually sending out things via email on a consistent basis. And the company that I use or recommend is Property Blast Homes. What happened to that? Oops, dang it. Okay, share my screen. Sorry, guys. Chrome tab. Share. Okay. I got to go find it in here. It is not a very intuitive system here, but I did figure out how to get things to show up the way I want them to. Okay, so here we go. So this is their website, Property Blast Homes. Realtors use it to send out, information on listings and so forth. They're flyers, but they also have a category for affiliates, which is what we are. So you can create an account, and every 2 weeks you can send out a flyer blast to your sphere. And well, what's your sphere? Well, the good news is that Property Blast has a database of every real estate board member in every city and every state that utilizes them in the country. So you click your state, and then you can go through and look at all the different realtor boards, and you can select the ones that are in your region, and it's not expensive to send out a flyer. So you want to do this again, consistency. Every 2 weeks, there's something going across the eyeballs of your clients. This is one of the flyers that we send out. Get more listings, sell for more. So it's just it's branded. I have serving the greater Denver region at the top. You can't see that. That's why reason I do that is because Property Blast is from Florida. When they send out the blast, their information is down here at the bottom, and I think maybe even at the top. So I've had clients before I did a geographic notification here, like where we are. People thought I wasn't from the local region. So make sure to put what area you serve at the top so they see that right away. And then you have your content, you send it out. And it's not so much about the content and so forth as it is that your information is going across the eyeballs of your target clients on a consistent basis, and you will get calls. The combination of these two activities will bring you results for your business. You're going to get calls. So those of you that are struggling with marketing and you don't know, how to get leads, or you're not getting the activity you want, you have to market. And that's why one of my sayings is those who market make it. So you have to market your business, get the marketing book that will really help you. And then you got to have strategies in place that are going to be effective. I know this works because I've done it and I've been testing it. And the whole goal is that through the Google My Business, you go up organically in the rankings. So you're found naturally, and people are typing things in to search for home stagers. People that pay for ads are not seen as legit as somebody who shows up organically. And that's just the truth, because they've paid to be there versus somebody who's there because of their exposure and testimonials and so forth. You need to get reviews on Google. So you got to ask your clients for those. That's all part of your profile. So make sure you do that. I'll come back next week with some a new perspective on marketing, because we're done with this topic. But I just want to make sure that you had all the complete information. And those of you that have been doing it, if you want to send me a testimonial on how this has impacted your business, I would love to hear that. I'm going to have Kevin Tain on, because he started doing this about a year ago or so in August, and it made a huge difference in his business as far as his referrals and the type of projects he's able to secure and so forth. So I want to have him on so he can explain what he did and how it made a difference and how quickly it made a difference as well. And the whole key with any marketing is consistency. Whatever you're doing, whatever strategy you're implementing, it needs to be consistent. Now, I didn't use the word expensive. It needs to be consistent. So marketing doesn't have to cost a lot of money. Everything I just told you to do is on the Google side, doesn't cost you a dime. It just takes your time. And the Property Blast side, it's like $89 to send to 5 or 6 boards. I can send to thousands of realtors for less than $100, get a flyer that goes across their desk. And the reason I like Property Blast is they have a high rate of viewer. They don't have a lot of people who just goes to junk or spam. So you can use other flyer services, but many of them will not have an affiliate category. So they will not allow us to send flyers out. So then you have to buy lists from some third party. And a lot of times those lists are not actually vetted. There's a lot of old information on there. So you're wasting your money paying for those. So that's why I like this platform, because they are current with all of their people that it's going out to. These are all current members of the boards that they are supporting. All righty. Well, have a great weekend, everybody. And I'll be back next week on 10:30, not 11:30. I had a meeting today. I'm really excited about some partnerships that we're cultivating with for IHOSP. And you're going to hear all about those coming up real soon. And it's going to be very, very exciting for all of our members and for the industry as a whole. So as I say that, have a great weekend. If you're warm, stay cool. If you're cool, go outside and enjoy the sunshine. And I'll be back next week. Bye, everybody.